I don't think it matters what we do, can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So this is one of the things I was going to say, because I appreciate we're running out of time, is that I have had a lot of messages from people who just feel totally kicked in the head by this country. Like, what is the point? What is the point of going to work when you're just going to pay for everything? What is the point in trying, where if you don't try, you get given everything? What is the point in making an endeavour to get dressed in the morning, to go to work in a job you might not like, to try and earn some money to sustain your family, when those fuckers down the road get everything for free? And the less they do, the more they get. And the more issues they can create, the more they get. And I totally hear you. I totally do. And there's no way of making that immediately right. However, decent people will always need to have purpose. The only way I can stay alive is if I have purpose and discipline and self-discipline. And sometimes in life, it's not about whether things are fair, because so often, as has been true in my life, you could argue many things have been unfair, epilepsy, for example. However, making a personal decision to do the right thing, to try and do something that you enjoy, to have purpose that you think fulfills you, that you raise your family on your terms and you don't ask people for anything, that is a very satisfying way to live your life. It's not that helpful, probably. But I remember when I got tricked into going over, and I thought I was going to help the white farmers. And in fact, I was being given an award, but it was about the farmers, and I actually got given the cunt award, and I was tricked and made to look like a massive, massive idiot. And the whole world, millions, I think 20, 30, 40 million people watched and laughed at me because I'd been made a fool. And I think there is some parallels there with how people feel in the UK right now. We've been made to feel like we're fools. We've been made to feel like we're being laughed at because we're making an effort and those cunts aren't. Sorry for the, well, actually it's just a true word. But it came a little bit out of nowhere. And you're being made to feel like you're having the piss taken out of you for trying in this country, when the people who don't try, who have no place here, who don't belong here, are rewarded for doing nothing. And that makes you feel like you're being taken for a ride. And that's the sort of parallel with me journeying over to support something and then finding out I was just being laughed at. But I will say this to you, is when I got back from getting that cunt award and then realising that I was the subject of international humiliation, at the same time actually as my Twitter account was removed, same weekend, my daughter said to me, because I was kind of on the floor in the sense of, you know, there's only so many times someone can swing a baseball bat at you before eventually you do just lie on the floor. And I will say that my daughter said to me, did you do what you said you would do? And were you nice to everybody there? And were you nice to the staff, the hotel staff, as in normal people who I'm always, you know, they're my people? And I was like, yes, I did. And she said, well, then you did what you said you would do. And so there's something about that, I think, that's important, which is, even if you feel like you're being mocked, and even if you are, in my case, if you did what you said you would do, and you know in your heart you did the right thing, that will never be wrong. And it will always stand you in terrific stead, and you can call on it when other times are tough. I wouldn't want to be one of those people sat at home being paid for everything, because I wouldn't be able to sit well with myself when times were tough. So that's my sort of thought on that. That ended in a bit of a serious manner, didn't it?
There's a reason this latest Katie Hopkins clip is hitting viewers right in the chest. She's voicing exactly what millions of people quietly feel every single day. Britain no longer rewards those who get up, work hard, sacrifice and keep the country running. Instead, it punishes them. It humiliates them. Her monologue isn't just a rant. It's an emotional snapshot of a nation in crisis. She talks about the messages she's receiving from ordinary people. People who are simply exhausted. Not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually drained. These people are asking one of the most dangerous questions a society can ever push its citizens to ask. What's the point? What's the point of going to work when the government takes half of your earnings? What's the point of pushing yourself when those who do nothing are celebrated? What's the point of trying when those who do try are mocked and laughed at? This is the core of the clip. It isn't about policy, it's about betrayal. It's the sense that Britain has turned its back on its own citizens, swapping merit for manipulation, effort for indifference, discipline for dependency. Katie then moves into something deeply personal, the moment she was tricked, publicly mocked, and humiliated in front of millions. But this isn't just a random confession, it carries meaning. She draws a clear parallel between her own experience and the humiliation felt by so many people in Britain today. These are the people who follow the rules, who wake up early, who work jobs they may hate just to feed their families. The people who don't ask for help. The people who keep trying even when the system seems designed to punish them. And yet, they are the ones made to feel like fools. Meanwhile, the people who give nothing, contribute nothing, and take everything, they're the ones being rewarded. They're defended and protected by a political class that has completely lost touch with reality. That's the bitterness Katie taps into. The feeling that Britain is mocking the very people who keep it running. But the real impact hits when she talks about her daughter's words. Her daughter asking whether she did the right thing, whether she kept her promises, whether she stayed kind even while being publicly humiliated. That moment changes everything. It flips the monologue from frustration to a deeper moral truth. Katie's message becomes clear. Even in a country where the system is broken, your personal purpose matters. Your discipline matters. Your integrity matters. You can stand taller even when the nation around you feels small and defeated. This isn't just an empty motivational speech. It's a warning, wrapped inside a confession. A country cannot survive if its best people lose their sense of meaning. If its hard-working backbone walks away. If its moral centre collapses under exhaustion. Right now, Britain is pushing its own citizens to the edge of that collapse. This clip is more than just worth watching. It's a mirror, a reflection of a country at risk of losing the very people who once believed in it. Because when the people who try no longer see the point, that's when a nation truly starts to fall apart.